Rescuers have praised a 10-year-old boy who survived being swept out to sea by using a technique he'd seen on a BBC documentary. Ravi Saini, who was on a day out with his family in Scarborough, survived for more than an hour after he was caught in currents. He copied floating on his back with his arms and legs spread out from what he'd seen on TV. Hannah Gray has been to meet him.
Reunited with the lifeboat crew who saved his life, and a gift for his extraordinary bravery.
How did you get swept out to sea?
Me and my dad went to the water and then we accidentally went too far.
Ravi was enjoying a day out at Scarborough Beach. He went for a swim with his dad, but they got separated and Ravi was pulled away by a strong current.
What was going through your mind while you were waiting for the crew to come and rescue you?
I was petrified. I was getting separated, and after I was thinking that this is the end of my life. Is it really happening?
His dad tried to go and rescue him, but the waves were too strong. He had to call the Coast Guard and feared the worst.
If any accident happen, suddenly happen. And that day he's slowly going to die on front of my eye. How I feel, I lost my brain that day.
Ravi had started paddling in shallow water in front of the Scarborough Spa Bridge, but he was dragged half a mile away to the other side of the bay, making him very difficult to find. Luckily, he knew exactly what to do.
The challenge now is getting these two men out of the water.
He'd watched the BBC documentary Saving Lives at Sea and remembered the float to live technique.
But if they just float?
He spent almost an hour floating in the water until the crew could find him.
They'll be able to control their breathing and have a far better chance of staying alive.
Float to live. You're on your back and you're like a starfish. Stay calm and just shout help.
Although it was the hottest day of the year so far, the lifeboat crew say the water was only around 10 degrees.
So he was obviously very cold and scared, and I reassured him it takes a special type of person to actually pluck up that courage and remember what he'd learned. And it's an inspiration to us all.
After such a terrifying day, Ravi is now focused on sharing a positive message about how to stay safe at sea. Hannah Gray, BBC News, Scarborough.